So today is March 23rd on a Monday. I believe it's like 6 o'clock in the AM. Had to wake up really early. One, because I needed keys. I needed my mom to leave her keys. Because I want to go out for a walk in nature. In the forest. It looks like a little forest preserve. It's really cute. And I tried to go back to sleep, and then it turns out that I have a leaking was it pipe faucet pipe, not a faucet, it's just a pipe under the sink. It's like some pressure going on. It's like spitting out a whole bunch of water. I'm waiting for a dude to come through. This is what it's been a week already that we've been in this quarantine. It's crazy. I just think that anybody who's been stocking up and stuff, make sure to stock up on grains, beans, rice, preferably brown rice would be better. I know it's hard with produce being such a, I don't know if there's such scarcity of it. Oatmeal is just try to stay away from preserved food, preservatives, canned, boxed food. There's some people out there that have been trying really hard in changing the world as wise as consuming, Americans consuming too much. It's not just Americans. I mean, it's all over the world, But I don't know. It's just, let's not forget Dr. Sabi and Nipsey Hussle. Left Eye from TLC. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing, but I think you're moving too fast. The world is moving too fast, and it's true. A lot of people have felt that time is moving too fast. People are moving too fast, and it's creating some kind of imbalance in some kind of universe. Just because I see this, it looks like the galaxy, like the chariot riding in the solar system, even though right here people might say that it's a globe. So I have the Queen of Swords, the Chariot, Justice, and Four of Wands. That just popped out right now that I was speaking. The Chariot and the Justice are a major arcana, so these are really important. But if I know anything about the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords is it's a woman, it's queen, but it could be male or female. It's just someone who presents power, determination, tenacious, is that how you spell it? Tenacious. A reserved individual is also a grieving person yearning for distant and unattainable or unattainable. A strong and confident leader, a deep sense of longing that remains unsatisfied, focusing thoughts on the past or the future. One who wears a thick mask, maintaining or utilizing one's position of authority, grace, determination, or persistent memory, an inward sadness, an outward calm. So, a facade, basically. Closing off of affection. An intelligent individual who is somewhat distant, bearing one's pain in silence. A person who is able to suppress their immediate desires in order to achieve larger aims. That's powerful. So basically, someone who is trying to write, it's a worried person. Someone who's worried about the past and the future, putting this mask, but she's achieving something. She's going to something. The Chariot is usually travel, just because, I mean, look, it looks like it represents kind of like, airplane. So this chariot is a symbol of unstoppable movement and illusion. The chariot is the what is this? Architectpel? Sorry. The energy. I guess it's readiness. The warrior on a mission. The sun that blazes in the sky each day. So to those the chariot carry on as I hate when they talk like freaking Shakespeare. Sorry. I have very bad grammar. I should be reading a lot more. People should be reading a lot more. Take care of your books. Buy books. Buy a lot of books. With this time and age right now, where a lot of things are being controlled as to what you buy, what you consume, and stuff, what you see, what your reality is, what you see on TV, what you see on social media. I mean, I gotta be honest, like I've dug myself into a hole many times just by being on the internet so much. And it's true when like there is some sense to religion when they say don't look out there in the world for your peace or your reality. Look inwards. Because in all reality, my mouth is getting so... Because, sorry, I had to drink water. Drink a lot of water. I've been fasting for about... I was fasting for like 6 or 7 days. I did eat pizza yesterday, Sunday. I usually do that. Like I go on a long fast, do a detox. I don't like to label myself. I'm not vegan. I'm not vegetarian. I try to eat plant-based. I try not to have dairy. And just because it just does do things to my body that I do not like. And I'm not one of those people that like pain or like to suffer a great deal. So I do something about it. But yeah. So the chariot is an internal inspiration. The chariot signals a time of moving and doing, an opportunity, and need to go for goals with gusto. Well, while the lovers, that's what it says, gusto, like with passion, with gusto. What's gusto? Gusto. I mean, I know what gusto in Spanish is. Like gusto is like algo que te gusta, something that you like going for something that you like your goals, your passion, what you want to do, what makes you happy. The chariot is the heart that quests for personal glory or for further spiritual wisdom and attainment. In the most literal sense, the chariot is a vehicle, the means by which a person can get where they are going. This vehicle might be an actual car, or it might be understood metaphorically as a symbol of the medium through which one has chosen to attain success. And I think that has a lot to do, that reminds me of the Bible, that people take the Bible too literal. It's basically I believe it's metaphors of life. There's hidden truths, like you have to read between the lines. Before, when I was so angry at religion, because I was like, why is religion trying to oppress the people, But it's not, it's just religion. I see it as a parent. Me as myself, as a parent, I know the struggles that my mom went through raising me when I thought I knew it all. And it's just, I see the Bible as a parent. They want God, prophets like Jesus Christ, the people, because even though it's the word of God, the Bible are interpretations of human man that said that God has spoken through them. Okay? We have the inner knowing of all being, love, of life, of connection, human connection, stimulation, and the brain and the mind, the brain and the body and the spirit working together as a unison. And when you're disconnected via being with your diet, with the things that you're doing, because the things that you do reflect you, right? Your habits are really important. Your discipline, and it's true when they say that it's best to train a human at an age of 1 to 3, because that's the most absorbed that they are for some reason, and you could basically form them and sculpt them to be whatever they want. This is what elites like secret society or agents do. They get them from a young age and train them. I mean, many people who have been in office, especially presidents, have known that they're going to be president at some point and have been groomed and prepared for these kinds of things. Mind control, MK was MK Ultra. I don't know if I'm speaking too much here. I'm going on a tangent. I'm sorry. So the chariot is going somewhere. And the way I see it here, how I depict it is Queen of Swords, someone who's determined. She's worried about the past and the future only because she knows what the past brought her and knows what the future is going to bring her. But she's going to Justice. This is the Justice card. The Chariot is going to the Justice. See, the Queen of Swords is on the Chariot going to Justice. This is basically the card of black and white, good or bad. Life and death. Because if you see right here, it's really creepy. I really noticed it. That's her hand, but it's all skeleton holding a pomegranate. The fruit, though. The hand of death is holding the fruit. That reminds me of Adam and Eve, too. And the Justice is also a major arcana. The Justice speaks of it's significant of Libra, which it says that Libras are very indecisive. Which is funny because she's weighing the odds with the scales. Right there, she has scales there. Just as the wheel of fortune keeps turning, so does the wheel of karma keep spinning, and the hand of justice keeps falling. Symbol of human law and karmic order. Justice settles the harsh of those that nature has failed to sort out through her ordinary whims of fate. Like any living organism, the world strives to achieve status, a balanced state of being, homeostasis. When things fall out of balance, justice swoops in to make it fair and make it right. We expect life to be fair, and the realization that it simply isn't always so can be a bummer. Justice reminds us that fairness, equality, and the balance to do something get their say, and the balance, quality of the balance sometimes get their say. Actions have consequences, and sooner or later those consequences will catch up to a person, either give them a push forward or to push them down in the mud. And see, yesterday I was just watching The Trap Witch. I'm talking about, a lot of people have talking about this. A lot of light workers, tarot readers have been predicting these kinds of things, that corruption and the government and stuff like that. I was drinking filtered water before this. I hate that I'm drinking Nestle. Anybody that knows the brand Nestle, they have these what they called natural ingredients in there. They're called I forgot what it was. I forgot the name of it. It's called Minisoplex. No, I'm wrong. But it's basically aborted fetuses that, like, their liver. Like, who likes liver? I know a lot of Mexicans like liver from some kind of animal. The liver, they say it's really tasty. Why is it really tasty? What? Okay, I'm not going into that. Okay, 4 of Wands. So Justice, yeah. justice into this nature order. Mother Nature is catching up to us, guys, and we're not listening, we're not paying attention, and we're not doing anything about it. We're too busy living the fast life here. Ooh. So with this Four of Wands is really interesting. This took a turn in what I was speaking about. Maybe I should have been ranting. Was that ugly? Was I ranting? I'm sorry, that was probably ugly. Four of Wands is fire. A marriage, or a desire for a desire for marriage. It's not actual marriage, or a desire for marriage. So a happy relationship. It doesn't always mean marriage. So can't nobody be getting married right now, especially with the quarantine. It's so sad. I was seeing on what was it, channel 66? Was it channel 66? It was a Mexican channel. It was a Hispanic channel, and they were saying that a lot of local, like, small businesses, you know, are suffering because, well, this lady, she does wedding cakes, and since we can't have any more freaking gatherings, we can't have any more weddings. So how are we gonna get married, guys? How are we gonna party? Where's the party? We're gonna have to start FaceTiming. And that's the thing, what if the internet goes down? What are we gonna do? I mean, there's been talk for years that there's gonna be some kind of galaxy storm, or some kind of storm, like electrical force storm that they said that was gonna happen in, I'm not gonna say ethers. The ethers is like another dimension. I'm saying, like, I don't know if it's from out there, or is it if it's coming from the sun, the rays from the sun that I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm gonna shut up. So the Four Wands. Happiness, good times, a large important social event, a party, a wedding. Who's having a wedding? You gotta invite me because I want to get out of the house. We're gonna have to go through all these precautions. Anybody have testing? The other special occasion involving a level of formality or extravagance. Anticipation of upcoming special event. Party planning, preparation, high expectations, a ceremony, or celebration. A time of joy, blessing. A show of wealth, parading one's happiness. That's a lot of happiness for right now. I mean, especially at this time right now that we're in quarantine. Like, the whole world is in quarantine. Well, Italy wasn't supposedly in quarantine anymore, and China is supposedly really good now. We're just trying to ride it out. A lot of people are reflecting. A lot of people have to take care of their kids. I mean, I've said it many times. We depend too much on other people, and we're not paying attention to what's going on. I mean, think about it. We have families here that are trying to get their families through the American dream, right? We're supposedly trying to get a better life here in the US, right? We're so focused on what we're getting that we don't see what's what's behind us sometimes. That's because let's think about it. Who were the serial killers? The loners, all right? The loners that stayed home and didn't have any family, don't have any girlfriends, don't have a social life. What the fuck are they doing? And they're planning and scheming. And they're taking these little kids with them in these little holes in this cycle in this never ending cycle, just damaging little kids. Why isn't anybody thinking about the kids? Is that just me? Because I've been wanting to, I've said it many times to many people. I'm homeschooling my daughter. Are you crazy? They always call me crazy. But when shit on the internet, they tell you that some daycare was freaking dragging and throwing your kid around, or wasn't paying attention to them because they're on their freaking phone. The phones, people. I hate when people are on their phone and talking when we're hanging out. When I'm with people and they're on their phone, going through Instagram, I'm right in front of you. Get your phone on. I get it when you're at home and you're bored with your significant other and you just want to, go through Instagram and look at something pretty. I guess that's fine. You're always with me, so I guess you must be bored. I get it. Sometimes we need our alone time. I sometimes need my alone time. I know that for sure. And it's why do I want my alone time? Usually I want my alone time because I feel like shit. When I'm waking up, I feel groggy. My breast stinks. I want to go brush my teeth. And take a shower. I don't wash my head though. I don't brush or wash my hair no more. I think I'm talking too much. So, this Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Okay. And this person, I think I got too high. So, this Queen of Swords is an air and earth element. The Chariot, the Four of Wands, Aries. Justice is Libra, right? Justice. It's Libra. Like it said in the depiction, in my description, this is karma, fairness, what's fair, the truth. So it looks to me somebody's worried about the past, right? And the future, worried about either having to speak their truth, people having to speak their truth because of their karma, because there's something that they want to get to. Could be marriage, happiness, it could be anything. Speaking your truth. This is air and earth because just the way I see it, swords is air significant, right? It signifies air, thoughts, and intellectual thinking, right? And then there's a bull, or that looks like a bull to me. Reminds me of Taurus. So it's an earth and air element right here. The Chariot, it's also Libra. It's willpower, control. Justice being Libra also. I'm gonna have to look that up again. Four of Wands is, what did I say it was Aries. So we got somebody having to speak their truth, right? Or it's coming, it's opening up about something that they're passionate about. This reminds me of yesterday when I was talking with my mom, and when later on I was listening to the Trap Witch when she was talking about how, or the why are these things happening, you know, that too many people are sitting in the why is this happening. Because I was talking with my mom, because, you know, we all got problems, right? My mom's are like, but why? I'm like, that's just how people think. People think differently. People have different perspectives in life. And that's because how we're raised. And sometimes it has a lot to do with what you don't do than what you do. I mean, let's put it this way. A mother that provides, or mother and father. There's sometimes where mother and father try to provide and they're not nurturing or loving, or don't know how to be nurturing and loving.